So what is the pre-IPO market? Well, probably the easiest way to describe is what it isn't first. A public market is a place like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ where you can buy and sell shares of a public company. The private markets are really a place for people that hold shares of private companies to buy and sell shares. Instead of buying and selling a share of NVIDIA, you're buying and selling a share of a venture-backed unicorn company, some AI company that hasn't gone public yet. One of the misnomers is that there aren't that many companies like that out there, but the reality is that there are far more private companies than there are public. The participants in a pre-IPO market are investors that want to buy into next generation technology companies that are still private. They're going to buy those shares from people that actually want liquidity for those shares. Typically that's an employee that might have gotten stock options when they started, maybe an ex-employee that's moved on to another job. Maybe it's an early investor in the company that's looking for liquidity. And so really the pre-IPO market is really where those groups come together to exchange shares of private companies. So what's happened over the last kind of 10, 15 years or so is that a bunch of online platforms that collect indications of interest from buyers and sellers of private companies and provide them one venue for people to basically exchange those shares. And they help out with the transferring of the ownership of shares, the legal work required, maybe some of the know your customer rules, a bunch of regulations involved. And that's the role that these platforms play within this space.